Hi guys! Welcome to today's video. I hope you're all having an awesome day. So, I'm Stacy York, and today, as you can probably tell from the title, we're going to be talking about how to start and stick to a workout routine. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm a certified personal trainer. I do that part-time. I work both at a facility as well as I just this week started my online personal training. So I have 2 clients so far. It's going great. And one thing that I really focus on as a personal trainer is just trying to get people to stick to a workout routine. It is hard. If you've ever tried and failed at it, you know it is hard to actually stick to a workout routine because you start and you have all this motivation and you're feeling great and you're going for, I don't know, a month or something like that, and then slowly you kind of start going a little bit less and less, or maybe you just quit all at once and then you don't go for a few months and then you have to get back into it and it's no fun. So it would be a lot better if you could just stick to it, right? So we're going to talk about that today. I have some notes down here, so if I'm looking down, that's why. So for me, I have had a really consistent workout routine other than when COVID kind of messed things up, but even then I tried to stick to it as much as I could for probably about the past 2.5 years, somewhere around there, since I graduated college. In college, it was really hard for me to stick to a workout routine. I might talk about that a little bit later. So yeah, I stick to it 5 days a week. You know, obviously if something big comes up, maybe I'll only make it 3 or 4 days a week, but for the most part, I do make it 5 days a week. It hasn't always been that way. Like I said, in college, I didn't stick to a workout routine the way that I do now. It was kind of on and off. I ran a couple marathons. My first year of college, I was actually on the swim team, so obviously my workout routine was really consistent then. But then after that, without that accountability, I kind of fell off the wagon and was in you guys to that place. So I'm going to give you guys 5 steps on how you can make that happen. I just do that. So that has really helped me stay consistent with going to the gym, because if I wake up and, lay around in bed or do some laundry or watch some Netflix, if I do that, I'm not going to go to the gym. Okay, so step number 1 is tie it to something else. This is a huge thing with habits. It's called habit stacking. So you tie a habit that you want to have to a habit that you already have. And it just makes it so that you don't have to think about it. You just do the thing you always do, and then you do the thing you want to do, and then it becomes the thing you always do. So for example, for me, when I get off work, I go and work out. That's just the way it works. And sometimes my schedule doesn't make it so that I can do that. But at that point, I go and I work out right after I wake up. So I either go right after I wake up or I go right after work. So that's just kind of the way that I do it. And it makes it so that I know, okay, am I working out right after I wake up today, or am I working out right after work? No questions asked. I just do that. So that has really helped me stay consistent with going to the gym, because if I wake up and, lay around in bed or do some laundry or watch some Netflix, if I do that, I'm not going to go to the gym. Sometimes I don't even come home. I have my gym bag in my car, go straight to the gym, work out, and then I come home and then I get to just relax. So that's a huge thing. Tie it to something else. Maybe you're in school and you tie it to when I get done with this class, I have this chunk of time and I can go and work out then, or maybe right after you wake up, or anything that you can tie it to right afterwards. I mean, I think most of us are either in school or working, so either tie it to after school or after work or right when you wake up. Huge thing. So tip number 1. Tip number 2 is don't rely on an accountability partner. Now, that might be a little bit shocking because I think that sometimes people say, oh, find someone to work out with and that'll keep you accountable. Yes, that's great. Sometimes that works. If you have a friend who's really, really committed to working out already and you just want to be like, hey, I just want to come and work out with you just to get started so I can get into the routine of it, awesome. If you're starting with a friend who isn't maybe going to be super committed, it might not work out. Sometimes it does, that's awesome if you can really stay committed, but you can't rely on that. It's great to have an accountability partner, it's great to have someone to show up with, but if that's all you're relying on, it's not gonna work out most of the time, because one of you is gonna fall off the bandwagon, one of you is gonna get busy with something, and then the other person is gonna be left high and dry because they still wanna be working out, but they got used to having that accountability partner and now they don't. This happened to me a little bit in college. I had a couple friends who, I'm pretty sure it was our senior year, we were working out and doing great at the beginning of the semester, and then gradually they started getting busy and I started getting busy, and one of us would cancel, the other one would cancel. I mean, if you've ever tried working out with somebody, I guarantee you've probably gotten that text like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it to our workout today. As a personal trainer, I get that text all the time from people, so don't necessarily rely on another person. Tip number 3, considering hiring a personal trainer. So this is a little bit of the opposite of what I just said, but personal trainers are there to keep you accountable. I know I said don't rely on a person to keep you accountable, but with a personal trainer, you're paying them, so you're gonna be more accountable because you're investing money into this thing that you're trying to do. So you're gonna show up for yourself because you're paying money, and the personal trainer is gonna show up for you because that's their job and that's what they love doing. So I highly recommend, if you're really serious about trying to stay consistent with a workout routine, I highly recommend hiring a personal trainer. And it doesn't have to be a forever thing. You can hire one for maybe 3 months, maybe a month even. A month might not be quite long enough, but if that's all you can afford, hire for a month. And that can give you that accountability that you need, that you can actually rely on, versus sometimes friends who we really can't rely on as much. So, personal trainer, consider hiring one. Tip number 4, stick to the same workouts. I think not having a good routine in the gym really makes it hard to continue to show up, because even if you are consistently showing up, you're showing up in the gym and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing today. Let me pull up Instagram, scroll through, look at some workouts and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do today. For me, that didn't work. When I was kind of inconsistent like that, it made me inconsistent showing up to the gym because I didn't know what to expect, so I had to put a lot of thought and energy into trying to figure out what workout am I doing today, what body parts am I hitting, and it was too much. So for me, habits are all about kind of reducing the amount of thought and energy that you have to put into the thing that you're doing. So just reduce down the thought and energy by sticking to a plan. So for me, I work out 5 days a week, and I know every single day, what am I gonna work out today? On Mondays it's chest, Tuesdays it's back, Wednesdays my rest day, Thursdays I do glutes and hamstrings, Fridays I do shoulders, Saturdays I do hamstrings, and then Sundays are my rest day. Now, if I get off on that or something, I just kind of do that in order. So if I have to skip a day, if I have to skip Monday, then I'll do chest on Monday and then just shift everything kind of down. For me, that works so well because I don't have to think about it. I just show up, I know what I'm doing, I do the same workouts I stick to the same thing for months at a time, and then I'll switch it up when I'm kind of done with that training phase. So that's just what works for me. I know that can kind of get boring for some people, but I promise you, if you're anything like me, the consistency of knowing what you're gonna do is gonna help you be consistent. And you're gonna see better results if you stick to the same things. If you do Instagram workouts, I'm sorry, it's a really good way to get you in and know what to do, but you're not gonna be able to track your progress because, for me, I know I go in and I bench press on Mondays and I know, oh, okay, I was able to add a little bit of weight. If I'm doing different things all the time, I don't have any way to track that because I don't know what I lifted last week because I'm doing something different. So I really, really, really encourage you to just stick to something consistent, and maybe hiring a personal trainer. Maybe you can find some what to do if you hire a personal trainer, or there's all kinds of workout guides out there. You obviously have to be careful and make sure that the person that you're getting the workout guide from is certified, but there's just so many things out there. There's apps and programs, all kinds of things out there that just will help you find that routine so that you can be consistent. Tip number 5, don't start off with more than you can do. I know when you've been out of a routine for a really long time, you just want to, jump back in, go 6 days a week, work out for a whole hour every day. And it's not gonna work. Your body, when you first start a workout routine, you get so sore, so sore when you haven't been consistently working out. For me, I just went on my honeymoon like 2 weeks ago. I was off for a week and I came back and I was really sore afterwards. Just doing my normal stuff, that was a week. So if you've been off the bandwagon for months, please don't go in and do an hour-long, really hard lifting workout and then not be able to walk the next day and then not want to continue lifting or working out, doing whatever you do, because you're so sore that you can't do it. Don't do that. Do yourself a favor. Start off with maybe 3 days a week, doing some walking and then maybe doing some more lifting things. Just ease into it, okay? You can add in a couple weeks, add some time to those 3 days you're coming, and then after that, maybe add an extra day. Just take it really, really slow. Don't just show up and go gangbusters, because you're not gonna stick to it, okay? I know, motivation, it gets you, but you can't let that motivation build it up a whole bunch, and then when the motivation's gone, you're like, wow, I'm sore and tired and I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, I just touched on the last one, but number 6, don't rely on motivation. You've probably heard this before, but it's so, so true. You have to say, hey, I don't care if I'm motivated. I want this thing, and even after the motivation fades, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna show up for myself, and I'm gonna do it. You have to find a good why. Why am I doing this? Do I wanna feel better? Do I wanna, feel more comfortable in my clothes? And for me, I try to not necessarily rely on, oh, I wanna lose weight or I wanna look better. Those things are great, but there's also so many other reasons to work out. So, show up because it makes you feel good. Show up because you want to be healthier and happier for your kids and your family. Show up because you want to be healthier and happier for you. There's so many reasons to work out. Find one of them and, write it on a sticky note and stick it on your mirror. Just give yourself something that reminds you, hey, this is why I'm doing this, so that when the motivation fades, you are still going to show up for yourself, because the motivation is going to fade. It just is. You have to convince yourself that you are the type of person that works out, okay? You are the type of person that works out. When you don't feel like working out, tell yourself, you are the kind of person that works out, okay? You have to convince yourself, this is why I'm doing this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stick to this, whether or not I feel motivated. Okay, you get off work, you don't feel motivated, you want to just go home, sit on the couch. Okay, no, I'm gonna do this instead because I work out. I'm the type of person, I work out. I go to the gym. I don't get off work and then go home and just lay around. That's not me. I don't do that. Tell yourself that. Don't rely on the motivation. Rely on you. Okay guys, I think I said that was gonna be 5 tips, but it was actually 6, because I just wanted to, talk about motivation and how it doesn't stick around. So those are my 6 tips for sticking to a workout routine. If you want more tips like that, if you wanna see kind of how I stick to a workout routine, how I fit it into my really busy life, I work a full-time job, I am now starting a YouTube channel, I have clients at a gym that I see. I have online clients that I just recently started picking up. So I'm really busy, but I still make a point of working out. So if you want to see more tips like that and how I make that happen, go ahead and subscribe. That'd be great. I'd love to see more of you. I'm not just going to talk about workouts on here. I'm going to talk about life, lifestyle things, being a newlywed. I just got married, so yay. Paying off debt, finances, all the things. So stick around. I'd love to see you. Comment below. I'd love to get to know you guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. Yeah, I think that's all. Like, subscribe,